Hey guys, Scott Stevens here. We're at Mount Hood, High Cascade, and we're gonna do one-footers on a front side hip. First of all, I wipe off my board of any snow, put my foot right up against back of the binding. I try to keep it pretty even, not toes over too far, not heels over too far. It's right in the middle there. And since it's up against this binding, yeah, it really gives me a lot of traction and force to move the board around and turn on the way in. When you're approaching a jump, you want to have a straight line. You don't want to be carving in back and forth. A straight line's the best. So I pick the spot into the jump where I know I have to go straight. And that is huge. If you can find a spot where you're just gonna go right into the lip, that's gonna help you out a lot. I like to have a nice smooth takeoff. I'll kind of chisel away to make sure I got a straight line just for my board to go up. When you're leaving the lip, you know, you might ask yourself, how am I gonna take off a jump with one foot in the binding and one foot, you know, unstrapped? Isn't that gonna feel weird? Surprisingly, it really doesn't feel that much different because your board and your foot are touching. You know, your stance is smaller. You kicked in a whole foot. I have to pop that back end up. So when I go off the jump, I give it a little ollie, and then I try to pop the tail up into the air and just wait for this dang mitten to like catch onto that tail. And as soon as I feel it, I get my leg, I loosen it out. That's the tricky part, but you know, the tail grab is a little bit more advanced. Riding away one-footed out of this hip is tricky. You want to make sure you get your foot back to where it started on stomp pads next to the binding. And you ride out straight. And then you ride out till you just start to lose a little speed, and then you can speed check and hike back up and do it again. When stuff kind of goes haywire and you miss your grab, I find the best thing to do a layback approach. You want to be on your board, but you want to never fall forward. That's when your joints and everything gets jumbled out of place. You want to sit back, butt to the ground, and slide out of it. That's probably the safest way to do it. You get good at doing it off the lift. You take some runs one-footed on some easier trails, some green circles to some squares to some diamonds, and you really get the hang of not hitting a jump. And then when it's time, you start hitting jumps progressively, 5-footers, 10-footers. Hips a little bit more advanced, but it really isn't that hard because you don't have any distance to clear. So you can go 1 foot, you can do a literal 1 foot.